Welcome, everybody, to episode 15. 15 of these things we've done so far.
Crazy.
Episode 15 of Understable Minds. My name is Anthony. To my left, in a matching blue shirt, gray pants,
Woohoo.
Eric McCabe.
What's up?
To his left, did not get the memo at all.
Nope.
It's AJ Risley wearing gray on gray.
Nope.
Radar.
And my Rick shirt.
Rick.
Hey, what up, Rick?
What up, Rick?
Let's
It is
go,
a Rick shirt.
peach camo. What's up, Rick?
In the studio,
I had the shirt first.
or I guess in the studio.
I bought that shirt.
Hey,
Go on.
still in the studio, we've got Mr. Danny Lindahl. Danny is going to be running the show for us, doing all of the behind-the-scenes work.
I went with a dark blue and black pants. So does that
Nice.
count as
Yes.
the gray, the blue on gray?
Yeah, it's blue and a shade of gray.
Yeah.
AJ just went
It's
gray
just like
on
you're wearing sunglasses, but looking at Eric.
Right,
and
right,
then
right.
you would think you were looking at me.
tinted windows and,
Yeah.
you know, a distance in the way that the sun and, you know, the way my bank accounts are set up.
From a distance.
So really quick, we wanted to address a situation that most of the disc golf world is familiar with, I would assume. This was Danny's week for Player of the Week, and this was actually also going to be Danny's pick. So, Danny, I'll let you take it away on this one.
Yeah, there was really no other option here. I want to say the 5th, February 5th, which was a few days ago, JohnE McCray apparently had a heart attack on, I don't know if he was on the course, but he had a heart attack and he's been in the hospital.
Yeah, it was during a round. I heard.
During Barnett Park.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
As of yesterday at 1:08 p.m., he's apparently off a ventilator, responding, breathing on his own. But yeah, we just we're gonna keep Johnny in our thoughts. This week, he's a shout out to Johnny. He's the official Understable Minds Player of the Week.
I think we should do co-player of the week with Jim Oates as well, because he's going through similar things right now.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hadn't been made aware of that situation.
Yeah.
yeah, same.
Just to speak a little bit on Johnny, so all of our listeners are aware we are in the works of doing some pretty cool fundraising for Johnny.
Cool.
We're going to have a Glimmer River available on the website, and all proceeds are going to go to Johnny and Jen
That's cool.
for their medical issue.
Yeah, and there was
So
his wife Jen. They were going to try and set up a GoFundMe or something like that, but they decided that it would just be they were setting up a donation platform, and so I think she's posted about it on her Facebook page. If you just search for either Johnny or her Facebook page, you can find all that stuff there. If you want to just directly donate to them, please
please do.
if you can. Yeah.
We'll also have some discs available. Hopefully by the time this comes out.
Yeah.
So
Very cool. So yeah, thoughts and prayers with JohnE McCray and his friends and family. That's a scary situation for sure.
yes.
If there's one person I trust to remain steadfast in their belief that they will overcome something, it's Johnny, though.
And yeah,
I don't expect...
It's not the first time he's been knocking on death's door.
For sure.
Like
right.
the Lyme disease stuff that happened a few years
Yeah, I
back.
bet most
that was
people probably
serious.
don't even know about that.
Yeah, I bet
Yeah.
you're right.
And I saw a thing from him maybe a couple of weeks ago. He posted that he's down like 30 pounds. He's been working out. He's been working on himself phically a lot this off season. And so, yeah,
He's
like
just
you said,
such an energetic guy too. Like,
Yeah.
I swear I've seen
Oh,
him
yeah.
click his heels before. Like, I
I've
don't know that I
definitely seen
physically
him do
have,
that.
but like the attitude of just clicking his heels is.
Yeah.
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 Good people right there.
Mhm.
Yep. So aside from that, did anyone have any sort of eventful or notable weekend occurrences in their own personal lives?
I played
Or on
Hops
the-
and Heisers.
Hey, how'd that go?
It went well. It was about 3 to 4 inches of snow on the ground.
Oh, cool.
Very cool.
Oh, cool.
But there was no wind and it was sunny, so it actually wasn't.
yeah.
It was very tolerable
Okay.
round of golf. And we played Pan, which was always fun. Always fun, regardless of what the weather's like. Pan is always a good time. So,
Yeah.
and that's pretty much all I did. And then I watched a little bit of the Pro Bowl on Sunday, and it was just
Was it really two-hand touch?
basically
Oh
there
my
was there.
gosh.
I mean, like it wasn't. I mean, it kind of was. As soon as the players' momentum stopped, they kind of blew the whistle.
beep, beep.
You know,
Yeah.
the play
Sure.
dead. So they weren't like tackling. Obviously, they don't want to injure players, but why not just go full on flag football at that point? Just
Right.
for fun. If it's just for fun anyway. Like there was like I think every single quarterback threw at least one interception in the game.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, because they're
And they
obviously
had these new rules too that were super weird. Like when you take the ball, You can either take it wherever the other team tells you to take it, or
Your 1 yard line, please.
basically, or you can take it on like 4th and 25 from your own 25, something like that. It was very bizarre, the rules that they were doing. There was no kickoffs, no field goals. They all went for 2.
I wonder if it's like a USDGC situation where they're like experimenting with rules.
That's what they were saying. They were experimenting with rules, but I'm like, there's no way that you could do this.
I've heard people talk about the 4th and 25 thing to replace onside kicks, because somebody did the math, and statistically you are more likely to complete a 4th and 25 from your own 25 yard line than you are to recover an onside kick. So if that situation arises where a team needs to score, get the ball back and score again at the end of the game, they can do that. But if they don't, now the other team has the ball at whatever you said, your 20 yard line or something.
That's crazy.
So
That's not football.
No. What about these punters? Kickers' lives matter.
Speaking of punters, did you see the post game interview with one of the punters? He's after the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, there really weren't any punts today, so I was just here, handing out water. I had like 2 hot dogs at halftime. It was great. I'm just, at this point, I'm just here for moral support, and I couldn't be happier. What a great way to spend a Sunday.
That was awesome.
that's funny.
Yeah, that's pretty much the interview.
It was cool. It was still, I personally, I think Anthony and I were talking about this morning, that I would rather see the Pro Bowl happen next weekend and the Super Bowl happen so you don't have that 2-week drag and all that. I think that'd be, it'd be more, I don't know. I guess I understand why they do it, to pump it up, to get all the value out of it. But I don't know. And I guess if you play in the Super Bowl, you don't need to play in the Pro Bowl, but it would be nice to have that person at the Pro Bowl too.
Yeah. I've seen
either way.
I've seen discussion where people have said they should take the 2 bottom teams, the 2 lowest finishing teams.
I like this too.
And they have to play, and whoever wins gets the number 1 overall pick. Rather than rewarding a team to be bad, you almost want to be the second worst team.
So the last 2 teams. Yeah. Or whoever loses that doesn't get to play in the NFL the next year.
They just go down to the NCAA. Georgia comes out.
They got that USFL.
That would be cool to have the worst team play the whoever won the national championship that year. That would be interesting.
That would be.
I bet there were some times where the college team could give the NFL team a run for their money.
Yep.
But I bet you that it would not be close.
I bet you're right.
I bet even the 0-16 Lions, probably Alabama, whoever won the national championship that year, they're probably getting smoked.
Possibly. It'd be interesting. I'd watch.
Oh, I 100%.
And what rules would you use? Because there is some rules that are different.
Each team gets to use their
own rules while they're playing. So if it's overtime,
college gets to use
college gets the ball on their whatever, and if they score, the game's over.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, may as well. I don't know.
I like it.
If we're getting wild with it,
let's get wild.
I'm just here for the Pro Bowl skills showcase. That's kind of like the dunk contest. And and the 3-point contest in the NBA All-Star week. So, I mean, did you see
they played
some of that?
Dodgeball. Yeah, they played dodgeball.
And then they're basically doing like a best trick contest with catching.
They might as well just take the football out of it and just do fun field events.
Yeah,
for the Pro Bowl.
So what are we doing at the Dynamic Discs Open? There's
no disc golf this year.
We're going to play dodgeball at the block party.
Yeah, dodge disc.
Sick.
Right,
let's
dodge
go.
disc.
Everybody, flubby wubbies.
Yeah, there's 5 classic soft wardens right in the middle of a field.
Ow.
It was also I don't know if you guys care, but it was also the NHL All-Star Weekend.
Yep.
And I saw they were doing kind of a breakaway thing, and it was almost like a costume contest. One guy came dressed up as Alexander Ovechkin is another hockey player. He made the All-Star team, but then he got sick with COVID, and so he couldn't make it. So one of the guys in this, I forget what it was called, like the breakaway challenge or something. One of the guys dressed up as him for the breakaway challenge. Yeah, it was really cool. One guy actually dressed up as, what's the guy from Dodgeball's name in the movie?
Which one?
The main guy.
Blazer.
No,
it's White Goodman.
Ben Stiller or
the character in the movie.
I don't know his name.
I forget too, but he dressed up as
Ben Stiller's character. It's White.
Is it?
Yes.
Ben Stiller's, or are you talking about?
Are you Rip Torn?
No, I forget.
What's the other guy's name in the movie?
Patches O'Houlihan.
No,
or Peter. Man, I love that movie.
I forget.
Wait, we got there's a guy on our team dressed like a pirate? Hey, Steve.
Okay, well, I forget. One of the guys dressed up as Zach Galifianakis' character from The Hangover. And he had like a doll strapped in on like a fake baby
funny.
carrier and everything. Yeah.
Ben Stiller's character is White Goodman.
Okay.
Boom, nailed it.
Was it him though, or
Thank
was
you.
it
Are you
the
thinking
other
of
guy?
Vince Vaughn?
He just
Thank you, Danny.
He had like the Average Joe's thing on.
Oh, so it's not
So-
Ben Stiller. It was
right. So maybe it wasn't specifically.
his name?
any-
Vince,
Peter.
Vince Vaughn?
Vince
Peter
Vaughn.
LaFleur.
Yeah.
That
Vince,
yes,
yeah.
Peter LaFleur. Thank you, Danny.
Got you.
This is why
God, I
you're
love that
behind
movie.
the curtain.
It is a good movie.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, that'll just keep me shoved back here.
Right.
Oh.
We need somebody with brains, and they're not allowed on this side of the curtain.
Whenever,
Fact.
like,
Overstable minds.
whenever
To the
I
right.
lose a disc in the woods
Mhm.
and it's a white disc, I'm not even looking for the disc. I'm just waiting for someone to ask me, what color was it that you threw? So I can just say, it's white. Because it's a quote from Dodgeball.
It is a quote.
He knocks on, was it Kate? He knocks on Kate's door and she's like,
Yeah.
who is it? And he just says, it's white. Like that. I'm like, what the heck? Who says it like that? It's white.
It's white.
Anyways,
Yeah.
can we get the graphics department to come up with a graphic for one of these stupid
says,
little rants? Because this happens
white.
every time.
It's white.
Every week, every episode, I go on some
Something.
stupid little tangent.
AJ, if you get me some sort of audio bite of you making a goofy sound, I can make it happen.
Oh,
I just need
gosh.
the sound.
Robert has entered the chat.
Yeah. Don't encourage him.
Yeah. Let's not do that.
So something cool that
Chris
happened.
Clemens. Danny, stop throwing in all these audio stings. We're trying to have a conversation.
Gosh, dude.
Whack. I got them all.
Good night.
Got them all queued up.
Oh, AJ.
You
is
have
it time
control
to
of his
draft
mic,
yet?
right?
I sure do.
shoot.
I could mute him at any time I please.
6
So-
minutes and 13 seconds.
Yeah, how about you mute this?
What? Okay. So something cool that happened in my weekend. I was bored on Sunday
Mm-hmm.
and didn't feel like watching the Pro Bowl. So I flipped on Netflix and I saw there's this new show called Murderville. Have any of you guys seen it?
Oh, yeah, the new kids show.
Okay.
God.
Wait, AJ. So it's a very cool, I found this show hilarious. I think AJ might like it. I think there's a lot of people that would say that's really stupid because it is. The premise of the show is Will Arnett is the main character. He is a detective named
Sold.
Terry Seattle.
Sold.
Will and the rest of the cast have a script. Every episode, there's a celebrity guest that does not get the script. They don't know what's going on. The first episode is Conan O'Brien. The second episode is Marshawn Lynch. It's incredible.
I think I remember seeing something about the Marshawn
It's-
Lynch one.
Yes, it's very funny. But in the third episode, the special guest is Kumail Nanjiani. I don't know if you guys, he's a comedian.
Oh, man.
And
Sold.
disc golf plays a rather large part in that episode.
Nice.
Wow.
So if anyone is looking for a very funny, very not highbrow humor, very dumb.
Shout out Murderville.
Have you seen it?
Convention and Visitors Bureau. I don't know.
Dang it. I thought for sure Danny would have seen it. I was excited.
I'm going to
I'm
go
about
right
to,
now
though.
and
That
add it
sounds
to
fun.
my.
Yeah,
it really
it's
does.
very funny.
Holy
I think
crap.
there's 6 episodes. They're all like 30 minutes. I blew through the entire thing yesterday. Fantastic
Nice.
show. If you're interested, looking to burn 3 hours and laugh your butt off.
I'm adding it to my queue right
Hit
now.
it up.
Speaking of burning 3 hours, on Saturday afternoon, I took a nap.
Nice. That's not a waste of 3 hours, AJ.
You know what, Anthony? How about you just go,
Dang.
Take a nap.
why did you
I
mute
will.
me again?
Okay.
I was going to say, go take a nap.
AJ, I will, because we have a very exciting segment that we need to get to.
Ooh.
So we're going to go ahead and get to our very exciting segment, which is our fantasy disc golf skip ace draft. 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
We have 2 minutes until our skip ace fantasy disc golf draft begins. We sent out a poll on our Facebook group. You can search Understable Minds on Facebook and join that if you're not already, to have the listeners of the show vote on our drafting order. And it was very close from first to fourth. First place, or with the first overall pick, is Danny.
Oh, you guys are tied.
I will have the second. Danny and I are?
Yeah, 30-30.
Overruled, dude. I'm going to give Danny the first overall pick still.
Oh, that
because
means you guys get to be on the same team. You get to pick.
you two are in trouble if we
You
get to
get
do
to
that.
pick.
That's
So first overall pick is Danny. I get the second pick. AJ Risley has the number 3 pick, and then Eric has 4, and then it will snake backwards. So it will go Danny, myself, AJ, Eric, and then round 2 will go Eric, AJ, myself, Danny. It will go back and forth until we all have 8 players. So we're going to have 8 rounds, and then each week we get to pick 6 starters. And so this is kind of like a typical fantasy football where this is your team for the year. You get to pick players from that team rather than other skip-based leagues have a salary cap where you get to use ratings points, and you can change your team week by week. This will be a little bit different. So you guys excited? We've got 17, 16.
Oh, Annie Murphy was in Schitt's Creek, Annie Murphy.
There we go. Okay.
Okay, is it going to go? Or
Glad to see you guys are excited.
You have 5 seconds.
I'm still seeing 5, 4, 3.
Okay. Where's
2,
this? Oh, there it is. I see it.
1.
I'll excite you.
You are on the clock, Danny.
Danny should be on the board.
Oh,
Okay, I don't see where it says I can pick the person.
Neither do I. Hold on.
Just go pick your person.
If
Just do
you
it.
just do it.
There you go. You did it. You picked Danny Lindahl.
I am in the draft room.
Oh,
and-
there it says draft now on the right side.
Where do you see that?
Right here.
There it is. Right next to favorite. When it's your turn, it pops up as draft now.
Okay. So Danny, you're up. What's
He already went.
I went with Ricky.
Oh, what a brick.
Oh,
It's not updating for me.
attaboy,
Wow.
Rick. You might have to.
I was-
It is.
refresh.
Paul,
Okay, there we
Ricky
go.
went away.
I was
Ricky's gone
between
now.
Ricky and Chris Dickerson, honestly, because
Ooh.
Chris Dickerson consistently goes like every event. I think if I was like 3rd or 4th, I would have gone with him, but I've got to just go with the top player.
Yeah,
right
you
now.
have to.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a bummer. When Danny told me he was between those two, and I was really hoping, I was like, oh, maybe he'll take Chris, and I get to grab Rick, but I don't.
So you get to grab Paul.
The thought for me is between Paul and Eagle. I think Eagle's coming off of a little shoulder injury, so
He
I will
is.
take Paul. I'm going with the GOAT. Figure you can't go wrong with Paul.
Ken Climo?
Yeah, is he on here?
He is.
So AJ, you
He is.
are up.
How do you do this
draft
again?
now?
Where's the draft?
There it is. It'll say on the right side.
Over here.
Oh,
For those of you who
okay.
are watching, you are seeing my POV here, so not.
Mm.
All right, so AJ.
AJ.
Let's
My
hear it.
turn. Here
Your
we
turn.
go.
Let's hear
okay,
it.
I've
Who are you
got
going with?
I've got a bunch of favorites
Are
here.
you nervous?
I'm a little nervous because this is kind of tough, but I think oh man.
Sick. I'm going with Eric McCabe for my first pick.
Okay, I'm
You're like
going.
really high rated, aren't you?
I'm stupid.
1034, nice.
Yeah, dumb.
All right, I got it. I'm going with my heart.
Who is that? We can't see.
Simon Lizotte.
Oh,
Ooh,
really?
Interesting pick.
Putting my eggs in his basket.
It's
Interesting.
interesting because rating has like almost no bearing on
Interesting.
this at all because there's no salary cap or anything. You can just
Interesting.
So Eric, you are on the board now.
Where does it say draft?
You might have to refresh.
We're at a fresh.
Okay,
Giraffe.
Eric is up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So Eric, what are you thinking here?
I'm not. It threw me off because I did not expect to have Eagle and Calvin available.
You do get 2 picks in a row, so you
I
can
do.
take both of them.
Oh man.
I do, but see, I was really, man. I'd love to go with Eagle, but I don't know how his injury's holding off.
Mm-hmm.
So you should just go with Matty O.
Well, he was definitely he was going to be one of my picks. My 4th or 5th, especially if Eagle was gone. Calvin's a great, I don't know. I think I am going to go
Aaron Walther.
Chris Dickerson to start
Okay,
because that just makes sense.
so we are into round 2. Who's your first pick in round 2, Eric?
Oh, man. Daryl Nodlin, maybe?
There's a lot of. Did you favorite anybody?
No,
Okay. Yeah.
Just himself.
just myself. Yeah, I'm going to pick me.
me, myself, and I.
So it's a toss-up between the top 3 for me at this point, or actually top 4, because all 4 of those are fantastic picks.
Top 4 being Eagle, Calvin, Matteo, and Adam Hammis.
Correct.
1040 or bust. Am I right?
I have to go. I'm going Adam.
Ooh, I was really hoping he'd make his way back to me.
I'm going Adam.
All right, so AJ, you are up.
Okay, I went with my heart on the last pick, and I really want to go with my heart again, but I'm going with Calvin.
Okay.
Smart.
No, I mean, sorry, no, Calvin.
So you don't like Calvin? Okay, that's
I
duly
do.
noted.
I really do. I enjoy his sense of humor immensely, and I think I think he's surging, got plenty of potential. So yeah, I feel really good about that pick.
I gotta say, I think you two, I think, are nuts. I do.
Why?
I do not think that Eagle will be the 7th best player in the world. I think he might be the 2nd best.
I think he very well could be, but his injury was up in the air, and I know Dickerson and Adam Hammies both have W's on the year. So I mean,
very true. I just
Eagle's a fantastic pick.
I'm very happy.
When's the first time we're going to see Dickerson on the Pro Tour this year?
I don't know.
Are we going to have to wait till?
I don't know. I know he's got an RV now, and he's planning to do pretty much everything except West Coast.
Those Rocky Mountains, though, they're pretty tall.
All right, Danny, you are up.
Okay, you picked Simon, who's about to have a baby.
AJ is furiously looking through his phone again.
Danny's on the clock. Just wait till my next pick.
I don't know.
Jackie Chan.
Danny, you do get 2 picks. So if you're up between 2 players,
I'm kind of thinking do I want to do the all DD Latitude 64 lineup? But there's not very many. I could pick EMAC then.
You
could take EMAC.
That's a bad pick, just so you know.
You make it all the tour stops or something?
You don't have plans to,
Chris Clemens.
I plan to be in a lot of them.
Rathbun.
I'm just not playing.
I guess I'm between Matty O and Kevin Jones because I don't want to pick Kyle just because I feel like he's a little too, what am I thinking of? Volatile right now, like ups and downs and ups and downs.
Streaky.
So I think I'm going to go with Matty O.
I think that's a fantastic pick.
Okay.
Also, I get to pick again, so now I'm going to go with Kevin Jones.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Oh, but James Conrad. Dang it.
But James Conrad, though.
You had to say something, Danny.
No.
It was between James and Kyle for me, and I was really hoping you were going to take one of them.
Yeah, I'm so glad.
I gotta go. I gotta go with
Chris.
James. I can't believe World Champ is still available.
Yeah.
9 picks in.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's people that say, the world, that just proves that it was just another tournament because what did he only have that 1 win last year, James?
Oh, yeah. Just
I think so.
It's just another tournament.
Yeah, just the 1 win.
That's right.
So I am back on the board. James is gone. I think Kyle and Kevin are the 2 that I think are probably going to play the most out of everybody left. And
Kale might be on the road a lot. And Drew.
Kale might be on the road. Drew is down there a little bit, but I think I'm just going to have to take Kyle here.
That's a good pick.
AJ Risley.
Okay, here we
Risby.
go. Back to the heart.
Oh gosh.
I'm picking one of my
Manabu.
I'm getting my 2 bench players early.
That's a bold strategy.
That's a bold strategy.
Boom. Did it.
Who?
I'm going with one of the
Who did we take? Because we can't see.
He's
you gotta tell me.
In terms of average finish at majors, he's up there in the top 4
Is it
at least.
Nate Doss?
Nate
Close.
Sexton.
Nathan Sexton.
Nate
That's
Sexton.
my 3rd pick.
Probably playing 3 events this year too. So
But those
quality.
those 3 are locks.
Yeah,
you know
those
he's
3
going to
are
play
locks.
well.
Those 3 are locks, ladies and
So
gentlemen.
I get 2 picks again.
You sure do.
Okay, I'm gonna favorite my name just so I have it on here.
Yo, what the?
How is Kevin Jones still available, guys?
I don't know.
I'm going to go ahead and blame AJ for that one.
Oh, he's not. I called dibs.
He's not available now.
I got
called
dibs.
dibs.
Oh, dude, I had dibs.
Sorry, I hit draft now as you said that. So
Oh, no.
man,
Bummer, dude.
we could. Are we doing trades? We can do trades later.
I think you can.
I really hope so.
I'm gonna email Johnny V. Be like, can you add a dibs option?
Oh man,
Yeah.
dibs.
I clearly had him on my favorites.
Mhm.
Oh man. Okay, so let's see. Now we're kind of getting into.
Ooh.
Let's see. Man, there's still some great names on
I
here.
see
Drew
Joel
Gibson,
Freeman.
Joel
I
Freeman's
see
fantastic.
Garrett Gerthy. I see Bradley Williams.
If we're going for the coolest roster, whoever has Drew Gibson just wins.
That's true. Bradley Williams, Clemens.
touring?
Or you think? I think so.
I think
Bradley?
so. Yeah, he's actually in San Diego right now, hanging out with Rick. So that's got to be.
Attaboy, Rick.
Hey, what up, Rick?
It's
What
got to be
about
good
Linus
for you.
Carlson coming over from, is it Sweden?
Schmearden.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's right. That's right. Miles Seaborn is on this list.
That would fit AJ's roster perfectly. He'll play a couple big Texas events, play really well.
You know, I think I'm going with Drew Gibson.
Nice.
It's a good pick. It's a really good pick.
Yep. On to you, AJ.
Solid pick. Ooh, draft now.
Linus would be good.
Who do you have that's kind of on your board that's probably registered for 3 to 4 events, AJ?
Daryl Nodlin.
Yeah, there we go. I'm going.
I'll tell you who a great pick would be if he played a lot more is Cameron Colglazer.
Yeah, he's so good.
Yeah, that is true.
That is true.
Oh, man,
I mean,
this is tough.
Yeah. There's a couple names still on this list that are going to play a lot and play well, and that's Nico and Joel Freeman. Both of those guys are
Jackie Chen too.
Yeah, he's in California right now.
Yeah. Paul Macbeth is not signed up for the Wintertime Open. I wonder how long it's been since he missed that event.
I don't know that he's ever missed it. Yeah,
it's always been just his first tournament of the year, and he's just.
But he's always lived out there too, right?
That is true.
Right.
Yeah, he's in Virginia now.
Yes, he is. So now he's playing the real Wintertime Open
instead of just the slightly rainy Open.
Yeah, exactly.
For anyone keeping track, AJ is still on the board.
Well, y'all are talking. Chandler Fry.
Oh, that's a good pick. That's a very good pick.
Could I be any more?
So did you pick him? There we go.
Oh, not Chandler Bing. Chandler Fry.
Chandler Fry.
Right. Different Chandler.
He does play disc golf though.
Right.
Matthew Perry.
Yeah.
I've got 3 players that I would be happy with.
You've got 3?
I would love to take all 3 of them, but I can't. And I don't want to say because Danny has 2 picks between me.
Yeah, that's true.
So if I take one of mine, he can just snag the other 2. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the person that will be here in 24 hours.
Oh, I was thinking.
I'm going to go ahead and grab Mason Ford.
That's a good pickup. It's a good pickup.
Like an F-150, F-350.
Yeah, see, you got me.
Super Duty.
It's a good pickup. It's actually not a good pickup.
I really want to get
Rams.
Did you say Linus?
Rams for life.
I think it is Linus.
Linus Carlson.
Okay.
Hey, you lean.
Hey, you leaning?
Is that who you're picking, Danny?
I don't know. I'm kind of scrolling through.
Ooh, what about Marvin?
Oh, and Andrew Presnell.
Ooh.
Yeah. If there's B tiers, watch out. That dude wins more B tiers than anybody.
Hey,
he's so good.
Chris Clemens took enough shots at Presnell last week.
That wasn't a shot. That was like props.
Right. Andrew Presnell is a very good disc golfer.
That's what I. How did what I just say not?
You said he only plays B tiers.
I did not say he only. Did I say he only plays B tiers? I said he plays a lot of B tiers.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
And I also said he wins every one of those B tiers.
I heard you call him a B tier player.
No. No.
If we're doing a tier list of players.
No. I'm the only person that likes Andrew, apparently. So.
That is not true. I like him a lot. I've met him one time. He was very nice to me.
He's a super nice guy.
And then he proceeded to destroy the local disc golf course.
Yep.
He really will do that.
I've met him twice.
He'll do that.
I'm going to go ahead and get Linus.
Good call.
And then...
Linus was not one of my 3, so I'm happy.
Oh, no.
Yes.
I know. I think I know who your 3 are.
Yeah.
Well, there's 2 now.
There's 2. Yeah. Spoiler alert. One of them was Mason Ford.
Yeah. I figured. I didn't think you were just going to leave that one out there.
Right.
Hopefully they're when I come back.
I guarantee myself one of the 3.
I kind of want to get Nico.
Nico's a good pick. He had a W last year.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. He's had one each of the last 2 years.
He's a grinder
like
for sure.
Joel or Bradley. Double G.
I think out of everyone you just named, it's basically in that order is the order I would go.
Yeah. Joel, Bradley, then Double G.
Nico.
Oh, Nico.
Joel,
Bradley.
Double G.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I'm going to go with Double G.
Oh, all right. Perfect.
Dude, yeah. Dude's got
Potential throw pick, but here we go.
Dude's got a lot of jerky on the table.
He does have a lot of jerky.
He's just powered by jerky.
All right. So the other one on my list was Joel Freeman.
Oh, okay.
Very happy to take Joel Freeman.
Joel's a good one.
Joel's a good
great get.
I am super excited for that one.
Yeah.
AJ Risley on the board. Who you got?
Benny boy.
Scroll all the way to the bottom.
Benjamin Callaway.
Oh, that's a good pickup.
That's a really good pick.
I'm just picking my buds at this point. I don't.
AJ easily has the nicest roster so far.
Yeah.
Like
I've got a fun roster, man.
Yeah, really. You got. Who did you take? You took Simon, Sexton, Chandler,
Calvin.
Yeah,
Clavin. Well, you're up again. So
all noted.
Who did you pick?
Players.
No, I got one more pick. I picked Nico.
Ooh.
Nico's a gotta have.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep.
Okay.
When you were convincing Danny to take Nico over Joel, I was like, all right, I don't have to have that internal battle.
I was just doing that in hopes of you guys not picking Nico or Joel.
The reverse psychology.
Yeah, it worked on Danny. He took Double G.
He did.
We have 8 rounds. Is that correct?
We have
8 rounds.
8 rounds. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Anybody going
I have
with
3
Scott
more
Withers
picks.
or James Proctor? Scott Withers, James
Man,
Proctor.
both of those are solid picks. But I mean, Kale's still out here. Clemens is still out here.
2018 champ.
Wait, is Clemens still out there?
Clemens has not been drafted yet.
Wow.
He's about to be.
I was looking at him.
Maybe Corey Ellis, though. Corey Ellis is good.
What if we had to like actually fill out like a lineup, like as far as forehand, backhand guy,
You know what?
your
Oh, that'd
putting
be
guy?
sick.
You know what? I'm going Gannon Burr.
Dang it.
Gannon Burr.
I'm going to have to go ahead and remove Gannon from my favorites list now because
Here's another really good one.
Oh, Risby's next.
AJ back on the board.
What was your good one?
I just pointed to him on my screen.
What
Yeah.
the?
I'll tell you after you pick.
Yeah, if you don't pick him, I'll take him and then you'll see.
Oh, fun times. Dang it.
Who are you going with?
I don't know.
Zachariah Johnson. MJ is still available.
Ezra
MJ?
Adderhold is
Steve Brinster. David Feldberg.
If you're trying to draft all nice people, all people that people like, and Kale has made it this far down your board,
Yeah.
I have questions for your
Oh,
nice
what the
man
heck am I
roster.
doing? Oh, I didn't really
James
know
Proctor.
that. I didn't really know that he was going to tour that much. But you're thinking he is?
Yeah.
You're just trying to.
I don't
No,
know. I'm just saying if
no,
you're trying to go with
I'm
nice
not.
people, Kale is one of the nicest human
Well,
beings.
that's, you know what? Done.
Kale is planning to play 4 events this year, he told me. No, I'm just kidding.
As far as we know, there's
Four events per month? That's a lot, dude.
Oh, man.
That's so many events.
Yeah.
Right.
No, he's planning to play.
so AJ.
I think he might have even got the card.
Probably.
Oh, sick.
It's top 72 in the world, right? I mean,
Hey,
he was
Kale, is this your card?
he was borderline one Nico like 95 footer away from winning Waco.
Tall Paul.
So
You're darn right.
Nico, jeez, AJ, the player that McCabe and I were talking about being a good pick, is my number 6 overall pick, Mr. Gavin Rathbun.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Great pickup.
That's a great pickup.
Danny,
Great pickup.
back on the board.
Danny, this is your... No, you got 2 more. That's right. Or no, you got 3. He's got 3 more. I've got 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
Is Jackie Chen really playing that many events this year?
I know he's here.
Do it.
Is he doing the whole tour? I don't know.
I don't know. But he's a heck of a pickup.
Yeah. Thomas Gilbert's still out
Thomas
there?
Gilbert's a
Thomas
good one.
Gilbert's a great pick.
Who else was on here that I just saw?
Don't do it.
Brody Smith is still available if
Yeah.
you're into that. Barsby.
If you're into that.
Clemens is still on the board here.
Clemens is still on the board.
Paul Ulibarri. Nathan Queen.
Eric, are you just reading off my favorites list? And if so, could you please stop?
I'm logged in under Anthony here, so
Oh, that's the
I'm
problem.
going to edit this. Yes, trade.
All right, Danny, who we got?
I don't know, man.
Anthony Barella, who just got whiplash during a Jomez video.
What?
I saw
I mean, he didn't, but it looked like he did.
He just did, or
at the trampoline.
They did the
park.
trampoline park.
they just
video.
released it?
They just released it today.
Okay, because AB's been posting was making some sick Instagram posts the past couple weeks, and
So sick.
I might pick him.
Just based off of his Instagram post.
Yeah, just for real, dude.
How has nobody mentioned that Big Germ is still here?
Nobody scrolled that far down.
Is this for commentary or for no?
Right,
No, I'm
right.
just
If
kidding.
we were going for who's rated the tallest,
I'm just kidding.
easy top 5 pick.
I love
I
Big
think I'm
Germ.
gonna go- I gotta
Germ
go
is a
with
great
Chris.
pick, actually.
I'm going with Chris.
Chris Clemens,
Mm-hmm.
Bummer.
Which Chris? Chris Nelson?
Chris
Yes.
Clemens.
That one.
All right, so Danny takes
Barry,
Chris
Barry
Clemens.
Schultz is still
It's-
available.
Round 7. Danny, you've got 2 picks left. No pressure or anything.
I'm kind of between Jackie Chen and Yuli.
Okay.
Well, Yuli's playing every single event.
Eric, shut your mouth.
Okay.
I don't know that the reverse psychology will work on him again.
I feel like I've got the international representation with Linus, so I'm going to go with Yuli then.
Dang it. That's what I had on my favorites.
Bradley
If
Williams
everyone's
still
your favorite,
there.
are any of them really your favorite?
Psych.
I only favorited one person.
Do you guys remember when I said I had 3 people on my list? The
Favorite.
third person is still there. I'm sick and tired of the slander.
Favorites.
I'm taking Andrew Presno.
Oh, he's doing it.
The one person standing up for Andrew.
Let's
go. I'm not here for it. I am here for AJ's pick. AJ, number
Let's
27
go, Andrew.
overall.
I'm going young guns for my last 2 picks.
How young? Like Carter Aaron's young?
Nah,
That's a young gun.
That is
I'm
a young
going
gun.
for like
He's taking Cole.
early
Is he available?
20s.
Cole Radalin is available.
I went with TG3,
Oh, I was going to get him.
TG3?
the Canadian Wonder.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Who
He's a very good
speaking of wins this year, he's already got like a handful, and he's got big hands. So
He can fit a lot of wins in there.
Yeah,
He's got a lot of wins this year.
And I've been watching his Instagram posts, and he's just spinning the crap off that disc.
Just winning.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Thomas Gilbert.
I know who you're talking
Thomas
about.
Gilbert. I picked Thomas Gilbert. Round 7.
Man.
Oh my God.
It's cool to see how many international names we got up here. We got Veno,
That was
we got
terrible.
Uniton. I assume that's how to say that.
Man. All right. Manabu is good, but I don't know that he's even going to be here. Right?
I'm not sure.
He'll
be here
he
for
might
Worlds.
Be here for
Yeah.
Worlds. Yeah.
I mean, I got to go Bradley Williams.
If you got to go, we'll give you
Mhm.
bathrooms.
We can take it.
around the corner.
I
Eric, last pick. Make it somebody
just going
good.
right now. Ooh, Andrew Marweed's still available?
No.
My socks
No, he's
were
not.
right at the beginning of this.
Andrew Marweed's not available.
Oh man,
He's-
Emerson Keith.
He's not.
I pre-picked
Johnny.
him.
Yeah, I called dibs.
Anthony Barella is still around. Is he playing the full tour?
I would think so.
If you were looking at his Instagram like me,
I would not know. I would still be asking that question. All right, I'm going. This is my last pick.
make it count.
This is it.
Man, I'm kind of nervous.
Big money. For anyone that's interested, Ken Climo is actually available.
And actually, for anyone that's interested, Corey Ellis is playing the full tour, and he is very good.
He's very good.
So it's between Corey Ellis and who was the other one that I said?
I mean, you got
Marweed.
Matt
Kohler
Bill.
Dolan, I think?
Marweed's a great pick too. Emerson's on there.
Is Austin Turner back?
He played
something.
he played the Maricopa.
Mhm.
Okay. Pick a number, 1 or 2.
Oh, you're going to put this on me?
Yep. Pick a number,
Oh,
1
Eric,
or 2.
you're the worst human being on
I
the
am.
face of the planet. No.
I am. Give me a number, 1 or 2.
Oh, 1.
Andrew Marweed it is.
No. No.
And that
Was
made
Andrew both 1
I
and
was going to
2?
say, was that
Yeah,
regardless
right.
of what I picked?
Huzzah.
Oh, no.
Yay, I have a fun team.
Dang it.
I love my team.
Who did you
Holy
pick?
crap,
He took
I
AB.
love my team.
You took
so
AB?
much
That was my
right
other
now.
pick. All right.
I don't even care. God.
Okay. That's such a heartbreaker, Eric.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He made it so far. I was sure of it. Oh,
Who was 2? Who was your
Also, Andrew Marweed.
Also, Andrew. No, my other was Corey Ellis. It was
Okay.
between those two.
There you go, Tony. There's
Corey Ellis is a heck of a pickup.
there's your 8th.
Yeah, I have 2. I have
2 picks.
2 favorites left.
Oh.
Corey Ellis is one of them.
Who's the other one?
If we were picking based on bicep size,
It'd be Ezra.
Ezra is my other one.
Oh, man, that's tough.
I would go Corey Ellis all day. I would.
Which really is like opposite ends of the bicep spectrum.
It is.
really is.
It is. Biceps get in the way.
Oh,
I mean, I only say that because I don't have them.
right. Yeah,
It's like a forehand.
Just what I tell myself.
Well, and you're also a spin putter,
Yes.
but Ezra's like a push putter, and so
Obviously.
you
Yeah.
want them
All
steps.
I'll take Corey Ellis.
I guess so.
I shouldn't sound so dejected by that, but I was so sure that I was going to get Marweed. I was positive of it.
Oh, you should have said 2.
Nobody had said his name at
coulda-
all. I
you
was
coulda picked
so
him, like-
certain of it.
There were like at least 6 other rounds you could have picked him.
Mhm.
Oh, man. That's going to be tough to bench people.
I
All right,
can't
Danny,
believe-
you're up.
Especially
I
if you
can't believe
bench
this
somebody who
person made
kills it.
I can't believe this person made it the whole draft, considering at Worlds, like he's always challenging. I'm gonna go with Emerson Keith.
Okay.
Mhm.
There you go.
Emerson's
That's
a
a
very
good
good
one.
pick.
Emerson's a good one. Draft complete.
All right, draft complete. There we go. Do we want to each run through our teams at one time?
I would love to.
All right, we'll go in draft order. So, Danny, you can go ahead and go first with your team.
Okay.
You got to do it like in your announcer voice, too. Now, I need their weight, their city, their
You
rating,
just want me to guess? Or
and their
like-
wins.
We've got Ricky Wysocki. I have no idea. I'm not going to guess at weight. That could get really bad really fast. I've got Ricky, Matty O, Linus Carlson, James Conrad, Double G, Chris Clemens,
Double C.
Yuli, and Emerson Keith.
All right.
Wow,
That's
that's
solid.
a solid
That's
team.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your okay? How about this? So give us your whole team. Give us your strongest link and weakest link. Daniel.
We're not going to do that. We don't need to put shots out on people.
I'm
like
not
that.
saying it's. I'm not saying it's
Whoever,
shots.
whoever your number 8 pick
because
would be.
see, that's the thing is like it's hard to think about like what each of our weakest links is, and really that.
How about you just tell me who you're most excited about
I'm most
on your
excited
team?
about Linus.
And who your least favorite person that you had to put on the team is? I'm just kidding. I mean, mine would be easy. It's Drew Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
just for both.
Your most
favorite and least favorite.
I can't wait to watch him fail. No,
Wow.
I'm joking.
That's
Okay, see
terrible.
that now that's shots fired.
I wouldn't have put him on my team if I thought he was going to fail.
Especially, would you pick him like third round or something?
Yeah.
Third
Or
round.
fourth?
Yeah, third round.
All right,
I get along with you really well.
my team.
We have that pond.
Okay.
My team is Paul Macbeth, Eagle, Kyle Klein, Mason Ford, Joel Freeman, Gavin Rathbun, Andrew Presnell, and Corey Ellis.
Solid.
Yeah, that was sounding really solid until that like 7th pick. But luckily you brought it back with
Bro,
Wait.
leave Presnell alone. Stop.
Good night.
man.
Stop it.
That poor guy.
AJ,
AJ, who you got?
who's your team?
Who's your team, AJ?
Are you going to have a full team or do they all have kids or they're all
Yes, they're all about to have kids. Not even traveling anymore.
Oh man.
This guy here is dead. Cross him off then.
Oh man. Oh man.
Let's hear it, AJ. Who,
Yeah.
who you got? Simon? Who
All right,
else?
I have Calvin Heimberg, Cale LaVisca, Nathan Sexton, Simon Lazat, Benjamin Calloway, Chandler Fry, Thomas Gilbert, and Anthony Barella.
Kevin Schaefer.
Barella?
Kevin Schaefer.
Kevin Schaefer wasn't on my list. I would have picked him.
All right,
I'm
Emac.
stoked for my team.
Who's your team?
I've got Chris Dickerson, Adam Hammis, Kevin Jones, Drew Gibson, Nico LaCastro, Gannon Burr, Bradley Williams, and Andrew Marweed.
Jeez, Louise, you guys have
so
good
mad
teams.
You got to say Marweed.
The Cookie Monster himself.
Oh, I was so prepared. All right, so we will.
Wow.
I think the first event.
Who's your
is-
highest and lowest rated players on your team?
Whoa, dude.
Whoa, you're just gonna-
you're gonna like fire shots like that, dude?
Yeah,
like
just-
That's
whoa,
not, that's
there we
not
go.
even close to as much
Not-
of a shot as the one you were trying to take there, Chief.
Chief.
Okay, so the
Too soon, dude.
What are you talking about?
AJ, I'm
They
going to mute your
just
mic
lost.
if you don't watch it.
That was a while
You're
ago.
going to get shut off.
Whatever, dude. You can.
What were you saying? Something? Did you say?
Huh?
What-
Yeah,
Okay.
I like the idea. Yeah, highest rated and highest rated and lowest rated player. I'll start.
Okay, sure. Let's do it.
My
Let's do it.
highest
Real quick.
rated player, Clavin.
Mm-hmm.
My lowest rated player. Oh wait,
What's their rating?
my highest rated Clavin. He's 1047.
That's so good.
Pretty good. Nope. My lowest rated player, Chandler Fry.
Oh, okay. At 10.
1021.
There
That's
you go.
that's good.
Emac, who's your highest and lowest?
Dickerson 1045, and then lowest is Gannon Burr 1027.
Ooh.
My highest is Eagle at 1053, and my lowest is Corey Ellis at 1029. Who you got, Danny?
Dang. Okay.
Dang, that's solid.
I've got Ricky Wysocki at 1054 as my highest, and then Emerson Keith at 1026, which kind of feels low for him.
It does. I
Like-
kind of always think of Emerson in like the 1030s,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but not like there's much difference there. So the first event is the Las Vegas Challenge coming up in just over 2 weeks.
And I will be there, and I plan to caddy for all of my players.
Just that moral, support and
Yeah.
encouragement. I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
All right. We will get back to our regularly scheduled
that's
program.
possible. I don't think you're going to be able to do that.
If they're on cards together, he
Yeah.
could. One bag in the front, one bag in the back.
All right.
All right. We'll get back to our regularly scheduled programming of episode 15 of Understable Minds. Welcome back.
Hey, and we're back.
Episode 15 continued. This is, how it always says to be continued. This is
And then-
it being continued.
To be
here.
continued now.
Right. Yes. Right here, right now. We've got some questions from the squad.
Sweet.
If you are not part of the squad, you can join it by going to dynamicdiscs.com/squad. And that will give you a form to fill out. You can join, complete a couple of different challenges, do a couple of different things, vote on some stuff, answer some surveys, review some products, get some free products, get some free promotional stuff. Very cool thing. Go ahead and join that. Do we want a disc golf question, or we have one non-disc golf question. Do we want to do that first? Do we want to save it? AJ, go ahead and pick.
Non-disc golf.
Okay. Our one non-disc golf question of the week comes to us from Isaac. And Isaac wants to know, who is your favorite non-disc golf athlete of all time?
All time.
Of all time.
All time, brother.
Non-disc golf athlete of all time. Man, that's a tough question.
It's a very
time.
tough question.
There's so many to choose from.
AJ, do you have one that comes to mind?
Yeah, I've got a few.
We need one.
Well, this is just one. That's what a favorite is one. Above all else, this is
Just one.
Your favorite. Who you got?
Tiger Woods.
Tiger.
That's a good pick.
It's a good pick.
Yeah, I think, it's one of my go-tos.
Because of the correlation with disc golf and golf, or just because of how dominant he was, or what?
A bit of both. A little bit of both. Yeah, I definitely grew up in the Tiger Woods era. So that was like he kind of set the bar. He set my bar,
Right.
in terms of like what I expected of golf.
Mhm.
And so to be a teenager watching him, like have that like crazy chip in at,
The Masters.
Masters.
That was so nuts when the
Yeah.
ball just stopped. So good.
like,
So good.
so yeah.
I've seen him play live.
Yeah. That's
Oh, yeah?
It was cool. Yeah.
That's
lucky
cool.
dog.
Do you got one, Eric?
I do. I got to watch my player play live as well when I was a kid. I'm going with Bo Jackson.
Oh, that was going to be, that was my pick in
Was
the
it?
third round.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Obviously played for the Royals.
Mm-hmm.
As I was a kid, I remember we would go to games and set in general admission, which is left field, which happens to be where he was. And I mean, tickets were like $5 a piece or something like that when we were kids. So I remember watching him out there, and it was just such an athlete.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like probably one of the first to do dual sport.
Right. He's got to be up there in like as one of the best athletes of all time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. He had that horrible injury that kind of cut his career a little short, but
Oh, yeah.
I remember as a kid, I had the poster of him with the shoulder pads and the baseball bat over his shoulders. Oh man.
That's cool.
Bo Jackson. He's the man.
Bo knows.
You got one for us, Danny?
Bo knows.
I'm sitting here trying to think. I don't think I do.
No.
I don't really follow like traditional sports that much.
Okay. I think mine probably won't be known by like a ton of people. But I think,
Mike Ditka.
yeah, I don't know if you guys ever heard of him. His name's Walter Payton.
That's a good. That's a
it's
good.
a-
That's a
that'd be a
really
great
good
one.
It is a player that would be a good one. If I was like 10 years older, that would probably be it. But I think my pick is going to be Charles Tillman. Charles Tillman
Okay.
was a cornerback for the Bears. He's kind of known for like forcing a lot of fumbles. That's where the peanut punch comes from.
Mm-hmm.
His nickname was the Peanut. And he's just like super nice dude, very good player. I always grew up kind of idolizing defensive players, and he was a very good one on the Bears. And so, yeah, I liked who
Good
he
pick.
was a lot. Yeah. Let's get into a disc golf related question. Eric, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pick a number 1 through 5.
I'm going to go with your number one.
Number 1 is Rocco. And this is actually a really interesting question.
Okay.
Rocco says, in 10 years, what do you think will have changed the most with disc golf? Equipment, course layouts, etc. What do you guys think?
Well, the competition, for one, I think is just going to continue to get.
Do you think in 10 years we'll look back and be like, remember when there was 4 people rated 1050 and now like 1030 is the barrier to get on tour?
If they keep inflating, yes.
Sure.
Because like when I was traveling full-time touring, 1030 was like, dang, bro.
Right. It was like,
It was gold level.
yeah, I remember like
sure.
Will Shoestrick was like the number 1 player and he was like 1041 or something. It was like if you were above 1020, it was bananas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There was only a handful of players I remember at 1030. So I could see that. Maybe not like 1030, not in 10 years that 1030 will be the line of, oh, you're not 1030, you're not playing.
Mm-hmm.
I could see 1020 being that line in 10 years.
Yeah.
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 And I think that 1040 and above, we will see 2 or even 3 times as many players in that realm.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what about equipment? Do you think equipment will change over the next 10 years?
maybe the plastic types.
Mm-hmm.
I think the disc molds we're getting to the ceiling really with that. So I don't really see much
unless
else.
they open up specs and all that.
Sure.
Yeah. Which I don't.
But I don't really see. I don't see that really going much further. But what I do think, what I do see evolving even further is going to be courses and the physical location of where we play.
Yes.
So we're going to see more of these Eagles crossings
yes.
pop up.
Yeah.
There's going to be more. I think there's going to be more and more like remote locations that are just spectacular. And there's going to be more money that's put into those, whether it's, whether the money goes to buying the land, clearing the land,
maintaining the land.
Yeah. Futurizing the land, which is to put like broadband internet throughout your rural location and power and water, all this. I think that's
a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is a lot. And disc golf has just grown so much. And now we're knocking on that door as a sport and as a game is like, we're more so as a sport, I guess. We're knocking on that door of, $10 million to fully make a full championship level course. Yeah, we'll call it elephants. I don't know, something like Eagles Crossing, but 2 words where it's animal and verb. That's just
elephant climbing,
elephant stampede or something.
I agree. Do you think
giraffes grazing? I don't know.
That's a horrible disc golf course.
That's not a good course name.
What do you guys think about the target itself? Do you guys see the basket changing, evolving, shrinking? I know a lot of people have wanted to see the basket shrink or change.
I don't think so.
I don't think so, but I don't know that I'd be against the idea.
Unless they can come up with a smaller basket that catches like as good as the current basket, I don't see it. Because the current basket catches not perfectly, but really well.
Well, nothing's ever going to catch everything either.
That's true. But I just think the problem with the playing on a smaller basket is there's less distance to slow the disc down. And so it's just going to pop out more. So if they can solve that, it'll be great.
Yeah, I think you would have to
tone poles.
Because I think you would have to.
They catch everything.
Shrink vertically because I think if you narrow the chains, right. So if you take like a marksman basket, that's just no matter what, it's not going to catch as well as this veteran because there's not as much chain there. But if we were to take the band on this veteran, this is great for the audio people. If we were to take the band on the veteran and move it,
shake it a little
down 6 inches, that's for the audio folks.
That's a basket, all right.
It would still be the same width, and in theory, it would have similar catching mechanics. It probably would be a little bit less because there'd be less chain weight, so there would be less to kind of slow the disc down. But I don't think it would be as drastic as taking out a row of chains.
And not to mention think about how expensive that would be for people and manufacturers and courses to have to replace everything.
I guess though, for the lowering the basket, all you'd have to do is just drill another hole for the bolt.
But you'd have to do something with the chains too.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want many chains in there.
That's a good point, actually.
Yeah. That could be a fix for like if you were just a course trying to host a B tier so that Presnell can come win it because you guys are just rude.
Sick.
Then
that a boy, Andrew.
You could just do that, drill a hole and bring the chains down.
I think there's other ways to make putting more challenging too.
Such as your card gets to play defense.
Sure. I've always wanted goalies in our sport. I'd be putting with stilettos.
Full X steps.
Green placements, basket placements on greens. If there's, utilizing a slope, I think that helps. You could do things with the rules of putting to where move the circle back.
I've heard that talked about.
I've heard that talked about quite a bit, which I'm in favor of. I'm in favor of no jump putts to circle 2. Actually, I think that'd be great. I would love to see that rule change. But that's coming from a spin putter too. So some of the other putters that have more of a push, it's probably not going to be as fair for them. But there's definitely ways. Now, I don't necessarily agree with putting mozzarella sticks 3 feet from the basket, but But there's definitely ways, slopes, putting, stance, that kind of thing.
So you think like when you hear players complain about playing on a golf course that all the baskets are on mounds, you think that's actually a good thing, and you think players are just going to get used to it?
I'm perfectly fine with baskets on mounds. I am not okay with all 18 baskets on a mound sloping to OB.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You can do one or two of them, but not every single
And there
one.
should be like a safe side to play to.
Yep,
I think. It doesn't have to be as close to the basket, but there should be like a putting area that's close enough.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a terrible example because of what happened to Kevin Jones, but hole 15 at Portland Open, or 16 maybe.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Where there's a mound.
The island hole? Wasn't it an island too?
I think so.
Yeah.
There's a mound, and short of it is safe forever. Long, probably 20 feet, maybe 30 feet is OB, but it kind of mounds down, and then there's a flat area. So if you roll, in theory, your disc will stop before it goes OB. Obviously, we've all seen what happened to Kevin and know that that doesn't always happen.
Wasn't it super windy that day too?
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, which it
doesn't help.
Yeah. But like that's kind of a good example of putting a basket on a mound, but there's still OB safe where, yeah, if you're short of the basket and you're running that thing, if you airmail it, there's a good chance you're OB. But like Danny said, if you want to just play it short and pitch up, you can do that and completely take the mound out of play. Yeah, stuff like that could be interesting. Our next question comes to us from Johnny. And Johnny says, do you think very intentional practice rounds could be a sufficient replacement for field work? Example, like Macy mentioned in her interview, which, if the listeners have not checked out, go ahead and listen to that. We interviewed Macy Walker. No.
Veladias.
Macy Veladias. She got married. Yes. A couple of weeks ago, you can find that on both YouTube and Spotify and anywhere you find your podcasts. Macy mentioned in her interview, she plays backhand only, forehand only, mid only, putter only. This person has done overstable or understable only rounds while taking the time to throw multiple shots. It's more enjoyable for me, and I actually stick to a plan versus getting to a field and eventually just seeing how far I can throw every mold. We've all been there and done that for sure, of like, all right, I'm going to work on this, and then just like, I'm going to throw it hard. 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 So do you guys think that intentional practice rounds of like going to the course with something in mind can replace field work?
Well, it depends. I think yes and no, of course. It depends.
Good answer.
Yeah. It just depends on where the subject is in their playing career. Like if they've been playing a long time and they have a much deeper understanding of the disc and of their throwing ability and their effect on the disc, then I would say, that it makes more sense to play those intentional practice rounds, especially if then they're at this stage where they're putting most of their dedication to playing tournaments, or that's their biggest goal, is playing tournaments, playing well in those tournaments and progressing in that realm of the sport. Then yes, intentional practice rounds are going to be what you want. If you're a novice starting out, in order to hone your craft, you're going to want to and become more familiar with those tools. I would say go to the field and get more reps in that are more objective rather than subjective. When you go to the course, it's almost like you're trying to paint a picture. You're trying to recreate a painting of, you're painting something on a canvas and trying to recreate an image. Whereas if you're in the field, you're painting on a canvas with nothing to look at. And so there, again, it just depends on the skill level. And then it also really depends on what the individual is trying to get out of it too. So, if like, for example, if I'm trying to learn a new disc or learn a new shot, I'm going to go to the field and learn that and throw that new disc in an open field so I can see as much of it as possible. And if I'm trying to learn that new shot shape, then I'm going to do the same thing, because at the course, there's a finite number of possible routes that I can take, distances that I can throw, obstacles to maneuver. So it's a bit of both. And I feel the same way about putting practice too. Is like, there's times when you want to have the stack of 10 putters and just reps to get the feel down. And then there's times when I think it's more important to have 2 putters and focus on the routine and focus on the mental side of it.
Yeah.
So there.
I think my favorite thing about field work is kind of like you were talking about with putting, where it's not, with your practice putting, it's really easy to fall into like a results oriented mind space of like, if a putt spits, you're like, oh, I messed up, or you didn't. And it would be really easy to do that on a course of like throwing a shot and it not being good for the hole, but your form or your release points or whatever it is that you're working on, if you're trying to focus on pulling through at the right angle or reaching back or whatever it is, was right, then you could see that being like, oh, it was a bad shot, so I did it wrong. Whereas in the field, you're not going to have that. You're just going to see, like if you're filming yourself, you'll see like, okay, my reach back was exactly how I want it to be. I just didn't execute from there forward, and that's why the shot came out poor. So I think you can get better on a disc golf course. Of course you can. I think if you were to spend the exact same amount of time and effort in a field versus on the course, I think the person who spends that time in the field will be better.
Yeah.
I think for the most part, I agree. The problem with doing things on a course is it's really hard to allow yourself to take that one step back before you take 2 steps forwards.
Right.
Right. Because like when you're changing something, you're going to mess it up at first. You're not just going to do it perfectly right away. Yep. So you have to, like if I was changing my grip or something like that, the first many shots are probably going to suck. They're going to be horrible. And on the course, they suck more because you'll hit a tree or you'll throw a disc in the water or something like that. Whereas in the field, you completely remove that.
Right.
The counter argument, though, is like if you are working on straight shots or if you are working on hyzer flips or hyzers or like a specific shot shape in the field, you'll have no idea if you did it right. Right. You can try aiming at a tree in the distance, but it's much better to like have a gap to hit or something like that. So to get feedback on a change, the course is better. But as far as changing things, it is possible to like work on your form and change it on the course. It's just a lot harder to remove the negative that comes from changing something and focus just on the positive. Right. But I mean, it's possible. It's all in mindset, I think.
Yeah, man, that's what I love about this game and how we can like apply different skills to our performance. Like I'm just thinking like when you're talking about the difference between on-course throws and in-field throws, I guess you would call it. A lot of it's determined or defined by like the obstacles. And so when you go to a field where there's no obstacles, your mind, I think the purpose is to recognize the positive value of that throw. Whereas when you're on the course, it's much easier to recognize the negative value. And so having said that then kind of proves one of the purposes behind field work. It's to create those positive mental images that are void of distractions and obstacles. So that way, when you go to the course, now you're presented with these obstacles and your mind is thinking glass half full. Your mind is thinking of the positive things that you and your body can do and control. So then you step up, then your imagination in those moments on the tee, when you're trying to visualize a shot, it's positive first. And then you take into account the obstacles to avoid, the negatives to maneuver around.
Yes. We have time for one more quick question. We'll have to make it quick. This one comes to us from Ben. Ben says, in the Sabotage Round video, I noticed that Anthony uses a commander bag and Danny uses a ranger bag. Why did each of you choose that bag over the other? Thanks. Well, Ben, you're welcome. I will, we can just go around the 4 of us and really quick, what bag do you use and why do you use it? I use the commander bag. I tend not to carry much other stuff with me other than discs. And so that has more storage than I need. I used to use the Ranger, but I wasn't really utilizing the top pocket. And the Commander was just a little bit smaller and a little bit lighter. And so for that reason, it was just a little bit more comfortable for me. What about you, Eric?
I was a Ranger bag carrier for life. Like when that bag came out, I fell in love with it, used it forever. Now I'm actually using the hand-eye mission rig. Oh, it's so good. It reminds me of a Ranger bag with a little more storage, actually. More pockets on the sides, more things that I can put stuff in. It's just really comfortable on the back. It feels a little lighter, maybe. I'm not sure why, but the mission bag. And it looks good.
It does look super sick.
Yeah. So that's my bag.
What about you, AJ? What kind of sick bag do you use, dude?
So sick. So sick. Oh, you know those reusable tote bags you use at the
No, really. What bag do you use?
At the grocery store? I got one of those paratrooper. I use the paratrooper.
Nice.
It's kind of
Which one? Do you have a state flag or
no?
Okay.
I have a blue and black one.
Okay, you're
nice.
Like behind you.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, kind of like your sweater. Yeah. Paratrooper.
Okay.
It's got the putter pocket on the top, which I like. It's got plenty of space for discs. Big pocket in between the putter pocket and the main compartment. Yep. Couple big pockets on the sides and water bottle holders and padding on the back.
Hey. So Danny, you use the Ranger?
I do, yeah. I mainly use it because it's waterproof. I like that I can zip it all the way up and just keep everything. I feel like it's a little bit narrower than the Commander, right? Like side to side.
I think you're right.
And I get cold and I can keep at least a hoodie up top.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And actually, I really like the quick access putter pocket on the side because I'll wear the bag and just tap out.
See, I can't get my arm up that. That's what I like about the top pockets.
Yeah.
Like it just
up and over the shoulder.
Like
a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. That is all the time that we do have for episode 15 of Understable Minds. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't. Follow the feeds on whatever podcast app it is that you're listening to us on.
We get some disc golf this week, right?
Do we?
Isn't it All-Star Week?
Is it?
I thought I saw a post.
Super Bowl, baby.
It is the Super Bowl week. I'm excited. Very excited.
Maybe it's not. I thought I saw something that it was All-Star Week. But
I thought that was next week, but I might be wrong.
Maybe.
You might be right. Yeah. I thought it was early teens, which would be this weekend.
Which would be this, yeah. Would it? I don't know.
DGPT 2022.
While they are looking it up, I will continue to encourage people to join the Facebook group if you have not. Join the squad if you have not. Leave us reviews on your podcast app platform of choice.
It is this weekend.
Turns out the All-Star event is this weekend. Be sure to watch that. Tune in. Root for your favorite players. Hopefully they do well. We will see you all next week. We will be back being live, I believe, on Tuesday. We will have Mason Ford and Valerie Mandujano in town this week, so expect a bunch of content from them. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.
Yeah, next time you see us, we will have witnessed one of the greatest Super Bowl halftime shows in history.
Hey.